Honestly, I would love if someone would just like lift my tits off my chest sometimes.
I feel like somebody. We could try that for you tonight.
Okay, good evening. How was your day today?
Great.
It was
Sure.
a day.
It was a
Yeah,
day.
it was a day. It was a day.
We survived.
You all excited?
Very.
Yes.
You all walk with your appetite?
We
Yes.
did.
And our loose
Portion of
pants.
Loose pants.
Our loose clothes.
It's important.
Yes.
Alright, so you're all gonna have a 5-course meal, okay? It's not that bad. You have 3 starter portion, 1 main course and your dessert. You know exactly how much you're spending by the main course you choose, because your drinks are included in the price.
And we love that.
If you choose the chicken, it's 100 EC per person. Shrimp is 150. Pork is 160. Duck is 170. Steak is 165. Beef stroganoff is also 165. Now we're going to start you off with a butternut squash and coconut risotto. In the risotto, you're going to get some chive. You're also going to get some parmesan cheese. And on the outside, you're going to get some balsamic vinaigrette. You're also going to get a stick of fresh parsley. The parsley is not for decoration. The parsley is for you to eat after you finish eating the risotto. What the parsley does, it cleanses your palate and also settles your stomach. Course number 2 going to be a soup course. And the soup I have for you tonight is cream of pumpkin soup with a hint of ginger inside of it. Now I normally don't serve the soup with any bread because 2 things follow upon you having 5 courses: bread and liquid. However, if you can't stay away from bread, I have some fresh light herb bread downstairs. So you can always say to the waiter, you need some bread, I'm going to send it up for you with your soup.
Okay.
Course number 3, going to be a fish course. And the fish I have for you tonight is pan-fried cavalli. That will be served with a plantain cake. And on top of the plantain cake, you're going to get a mango and avocado salsa. You're also going to get a lime vinaigrette going around it and a stick of fresh parsley. So these are your starters. They're just coming at your banquet style. That means it's just coming at you. So I suggest you just blank it out of your head and we're moving on to your main course. That is where you're going to make your choices. If you choose the chicken, what I did, I take chicken breast and I stuffed it with a stew calorie, also a slice of mozzarella cheese. It doesn't matter which main course you choose. They all will be served with the same starch and veg. So you have rounded potato, sauteed carrot, and green beans. And the sauce for the chicken is a light nutmeg infused cream sauce. If you choose the shrimp, I'm going to perfume the shrimp in a light garlic and Cajun infused cream sauce. The pork we have tonight is pork tenderloin. I'm going to roast it off and serve it with a light peppercorn infused cream sauce. The duck is duck breast. I'm going to cook it however you like it. And the sauce for the duck is a light orange sauce. The steak we have tonight is beef tenderloin. Again, I'm going to cook it however you like it, from blue all the way to well done. And the sauce for the steak is a light peppercorn infused cream sauce. The beef stroganoff. Strips of beef tenderloin. Marinated overnight. I'm going to saute it and serve it with a light brandy mushroom and paprika infused cream sauce. Now we're going on to your dessert. Anybody celebrating birthday?
No, but she's visiting after 2 years and getting married.
After 2 years, I'm
Birthday
going to
just passed.
Oh, my birthday was the other day. I forgot.
Oops.
Forgot about that actually.
Yes, we did.
We absolutely forgot.
Well, we normally just celebrate the birthday in the week. So if your birthday is like in the week, we give you all 3 desserts on the menu. Okay? Alright?
No, it definitely was not in the week.
Alright, so you have 3 desserts to choose from. The first one is your chocolate dessert. It's a chocolate banana pudding. Now what I simply is I take chocolate, Canadian chocolate. First of all, I take banana, I turn it into a banana bread. Turn the banana bread into a mousse. Put the mousse into a ring. Put a piece of chocolate ganache in the center. And I baked it off. Now when you're cutting the chocolate banana pudding, the center going to be nice and moist because I'm serving it warm. If you don't like chocolate, you have a vanilla cheesecake. If you don't like chocolate and cheesecake, you have an apple crumble pie. Now your dessert is served with your choice of ice cream. So you have salted caramel, chocolate, nutmeg, soursop, coconut. I think you have some peanut there. To accompany a meal, you have house red wine, house white wine, Carib thing, and fresh passion fruit juice. So Joy going to come, you're going to take your main course order, take your dessert order, and your drinks order, and then we're going to start. Remember, I'm cooking to your pace. How you're eating, that's how your food comes out.
Okay.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy your meal.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Excitement.
You're welcome.
That was the best way to start that though. So in the meantime, I'm gonna say hi guys. And welcome to Straight No Chaser
Thank you.
while we eat. And today we're gonna talk about sisterhood.
So we're starting off with the squash, butternut squash.
Butternut squash risotto
Mm-hmm.
with some grated Parmesan cheese at the top for
Mm-hmm.
easier.
There's no much trust.
And a stick of parsley on the side to cleanse your palate. And a ring of balsamic vinaigrette around it.
No.
How is it?
So good. I love risotto in general.
Yeah.
So I was very excited when he said that was risotto.
It's like nice and
Do you
sticky.
find this a good one?
I like it.
Love that. So I want to like jump into like not like a negative thing, but something that made me like stop and like rethink how I interact with people. I had a friend recently who told me she had to take a break from like I guess like her friends in general because she felt really unseen and like unloved on her birthday. It's not a friend that like lives here, and y'all know like I don't keep in contact like very well with people, but like I know my friends know that I love them, and like I know they know that, but like I need to get better at like just messaging. When I think about you, just message immediately and be like, I thought about you, are you okay, like, you know, because it really broke my heart that she felt like not like seen and not loved on her
Did you
birthday.
feel guilty? Did you
Oh, I felt so
Yeah.
guilty. Like it put me in like a whole different like a rabbit hole of like what I was like providing as a friend.
But she isn't here, right?
No, she's not here. She's not here. So we've had a long distance friendship for quite some time now. So I mean it's usually quite hard to like keep up long distance anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes with friends because you get caught up with like your usual day to day or like, you know, just whatever is going on in your world, you kind of forget that like someone might need you a little bit, you know. And it's not that you have to feel guilty if you can't provide that, but I felt guilty because I was like, I know I can be better. I just get so caught up with my day to day sometimes. So like I'm trying to be better at working on like my friendships with my female friends because I feel like it's easier with my male friends because like sometimes I'm the one who needs the attention from them because like I need more from them than like they need from me. But for my female friendships, I don't know how to, I guess, give a little bit more of myself. So I'm working on it.
So
I think
we appreciate the working on it. Because
You guys talk to you every day.
I know.
I think there's like two sides
See
to
why I
that.
was trying to be nice
A little
though?
bit.
Yeah.
Because I think like, I mean, I guess personally for me, someone who used to be very like readily available on my phone, like I'm pretty much a very fast, or used
You
to be
are.
a very fast or very responsive.
Still are, girl.
Yeah.
Like,
But I used to be even like crazier than that. I used to be like, oh, you know, or,
Yeah.
like even when I would be in meetings, like I'll just say that. But like, I think we've spoken about this before, but I feel like in that same kind of context of like as you said, trying to be better, but like I think sometimes, just in general, people should also understand that like, hey, if someone really hasn't reached out, it's really not about like they're mad, or
Yeah.
like, they're not giving you priority. It could also be that they're going through something.
Yeah.
Maybe they
You
need
know?
you.
Yeah.
And so like, especially for someone, I know for me, it's very hard for me to tell somebody that, hey, I'm going through something. Like I know I'll just fall silent. Again, I know we've talked about this, but it's like, I think in that kind of space, like it helps to kind of give a little bit more grace to each other, to be like, normally she's talkative, she hasn't been, even if it's been the last 6 months, because we know
Yeah.
like time just flies, right?
This
Like-
year is done.
Like even me, we've been in Grenada for 6 weeks. There's still so many people we haven't seen.
Yeah.
And people have been like, girl, you've been here, I haven't seen your face. And I was like, yo, use me a little bit because I'm still trying to catch myself after Carnival, after, you know, all
Yeah.
these things, especially being back for after 2 years. So hopefully, as you said, then you have those friends that understand and be like,
Mhm.
either something's off or like, you know what, she's just kind of doing her thing.
Yeah.
And then just like a quick little hi or whatever.
Yeah. I think for me, it's like I'm accustomed to having friends who I don't speak to for like maybe half the year, maybe like a full year. And then as soon as we see each other, it's like,
Yeah.
like no time has passed. Like me and one of my best friends from like kindergarten, our friendship, when she left high school, like we would speak maybe on our birthdays only, and like we would just be on the phone whole day long, or she'll be at my house, I'll be at her house, like something. But like it felt like no time had passed, and I don't think I have a lot of relationships like that anymore. But like that's still how me and her operate. Like that's how our birthday messages, Christmas messages, and sometimes somebody doesn't respond, and it's just like, yeah, whatever.
I get it like that. We don't see each other often.
Yeah.
But
We
whenever we do speak, it's just like,
You fall right back. Mm-hmm.
you know, how has life been treating you? We just assume that we've just been caught up.
Yeah.
Especially at this age where we're going through a lot of personal changes and everyone's dealing with something. Maybe work your work responsibilities have expanded, or your family responsibilities have expanded, or maybe you're on a professional journey. I feel like so many people are in that point of at the transition and just whatever it is that they're into, it just requires more of their attention right now. And so we're not as we also don't have as much free time as we used to in general.
Do you remember when that happened? Like I feel like it went from like me feeling like I'm a free bird every summer.
You left school.
Well, I guess, yeah. But I feel like even after, like,
You don't have to ask. You can just
come
Yeah,
on
just keep
through.
coming
Just
through.
keep coming.
Keeping it natural.
I don't want to be stopped.
No, you're okay.
It's you're part of the experience too. So
Alright.
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I haven't done fine dining in a very long time, as you can tell.
That's
They've
okay.
given us more than enough.
But I have a whole spoonful of English.
But yeah, even like after I left school,
It's so
I feel like I was still like vacation-y. And then it just, like it stopped happening that I was like free during the summer. Hate that for myself.
we're growing up.
Some of us grown.
Fraudulent behavior.
Fraudulent behavior.
Me and my bestest friend, because
Me?
that girl could tote feelings. Vivian.
It's me.
She don't even watch this. I don't even
Yes,
remember.
we were sending the
I'll
clip.
send on the clip, right? Like when we left university and we were all both in different places. She was in Jamaica for a while. I was in Trinidad. We used to talk all the time, and it just became that everybody got so busy. She got married. I went to the wedding in Jamaica and everything, and now we don't speak nearly as often as we used to. We speak birthdays, Christmas. But in fine Giselle style, those conversations are just filled with so much true talk. So she
You don't think
would
nobody
see
ease
them-
up?
Oh no, definitely not.
But nobody looking for you.
That's true, and I'm
Because-
okay with it. That's just who I am. So like for her birthday, I would message her, and then her response would be, "Thank you, love you." I was wondering if he was messaging me. You might have been with a big breast one.
What?
Hey sis.
That's you.
Yes.
Big breast.
Yeah.
I'm weak.
And she gives me talk about having such good female friendships here.
Me and her chat, I think.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Like
chat
sometimes I
sometimes.
had up something with Rohan, and Rohan had something. I was like, bestie, and she sent that
Oh
shit to me.
no.
She sent it
Screenshot
to
that?
me. No, she sent me the story because she follows her. Like she
Yeah.
follows everything.
We chat sometimes, like we respond to
Yeah.
stories.
And I was like, "Do you want me to tell Rohan not to be my bestie?" And she's like, "No, it's okay, no. I don't want seconds." I'm like, "Wow."
Oh.
Mind you, I did it because I know she would
Yeah,
like have
yeah.
a little. Come on, it.
But we've lived in different islands the majority of our friendship,
Relationships.
and she's still just like one of the bestest. Oh, he was supposed to be more waffle. Aw.
You You are not
pumpkin
forgotten.
soup.
It's cream of pumpkin soup.
Thank you so much. I'll just pass it on this way.
Yeah, so when you get a chance, can you pass me and get this?
Of course.
Creme of pumpkin.
Yes. Thank you. You are the best. Keep up the good looks.
It's really how both of them came over.
Enjoy.
Can I call my daddy back?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me.
Some bread.
Oh, amazing.
Oh,
Thank you
yes.
so
They
much.
heard us.
We didn't ask for it, but you know, we did want
No,
it.
they heard us.
They
okay.
heard
Thank
us.
you.
The answer were like, yes, please.
Always yes to bread.
Always has the bread. There we go.
Yeah, I did.
Sorry, daddy. My phone was on silent. Why did they
Happy
say-
birthday, Uncle Rohit.
Happy birthday, Uncle
They,
Ro.
they're
Happy
saying happy
birthday.
birthday again. I'm good. Mommy home. I out.
I already ate.
Oh, you ain't getting on the phone? Call Paige. Paige should still be home.
Preparation for this dinner.
was hungry.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love. Okay. Mommy phone was
Oh,
probably
yeah.
outside and she
Same.
well,
Same. And it was a very light
Okay.
breakfast. It was
I don't know.
meat since and running
Yeah,
around.
disaster. Water. Hi. It looks delicious. It looks really warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you pass the bread back? I should not get it. I can get it. My tape was in the way.
Really? Okay, thank you.
It's okay.
I'm very sure that it looks like chaos. Thank you. I'm gonna put some ass in it.
I'll do some more actually. Yeah, so you don't have to come back.
Thank you. Can you put some ice in my water?
Sure.
Thank you.
I really don't know how to eat. Y'all can't take me. You really can.
We'll take
You
you
know what?
everywhere,
There are
girl.
many reasons we can't take each other anyway. This just happens to be yours today.
Yeah, it's usually us,
I
me and
was so
Giselle, that you
excited
can't
about this.
take.
I've been thinking about this all day.
Me too.
Same.
Y'all know I don't like
Oh my
soup,
God.
but I will eat soup
It's
here every time.
Yeah, be careful.
I
Did I
went
tell you?
in-
It's only me and
I
you that
went
keeps
in
burning
too
ourselves, eh?
Because all you have to move to the side. You can't be taking the soup in the
I
middle.
wasn't just look.
Yeah, the side is cooler.
I know my soup at you know.
I just dip my bread in them because you know. Oh my god, this bread is well good.
It's so good, right?
So is the soup.
This is the quietest podcast y'all have ever.
Honestly, we should do it. Yes,
Definitely
Amar.
will.
Yes.
Are y'all bread dunkers too?
yes.
Mhm.
Have you ever watched those ASMR people on like TikTok?
It really annoys me. Eh? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
What are all
go
those
down
like?
to
What is the
TikTok,
mukbang ones? Where
The
they're
mu-
eating like those are
oh.
nasty. Sorry.
I mean, there's one girl that I really like.
Mukbangs?
Mm-hmm.
I hate
Nasty.
mukbang.
There's this black woman that I every now and then I see her on YouTube. I follow her, but like every now and then I'll see a video, and she does these like really yummy foods. Like when I first started watching her, she was doing like crab legs and like
That
shrimp
you want
and
You want more bread?
yes,
Yes.
and like she like show you how she made them. So like it was like a cooking show as well, and then sis would sit there and just dunk her crab legs in this really yummy sauce, and only in it. I didn't like that part, but the rest of it was delicious looking.
I can't do it.
The soup is quite warm.
Yes.
Be so
It's not
wetted.
warm, it's hot.
Hot tamale, I'm
Barely
sweating.
no breeze, boy.
There is no breeze.
None.
I'm getting a light
And
breeze.
last night, what? It was like a whole storm.
Mm-hmm. I forgot.
Today
was?
was like a whole
By the time I
storm.
reach on the road, the
It
place was
was-
dry.
Yeah.
The sins of thy people are evaporating the water easily.
The place is hot. As fuck.
The people want water.
Lay be good now. Lay be good. Lay be good.
Did we ever tell the story about how we kind of came about?
Yeah, we did.
We did?
We did have an origin story.
Mm,
That was one of our first ones.
yeah.
I was in an
Like
orphanage.
everybody. Oh my god.
Okay.
All right, Batman.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. It
You
was
see,
gonna be
it's not-
so good.
It's not me that's the problem.
It is
You know.
you.
It's a combination of y'all.
Schmaltz.
I mean, it's true.
I don't see how I'm problematic for trying to give an interesting origin story after we've already given our interesting origin story. I was gonna be a cross between Wolverine and like yes.
Wolverine.
Go on.
I'm gonna say
Husband has entered
Batman.
the chat.
Yeah, he really has.
I was gonna
He was
say
like,
Batman.
we're gonna talk about Marvel. We're gonna talk about
So,
cinematic
like-
universes.
Yeah, Wolverine, Deadpool.
What universe are they in again?
Well, they just had Flash crash all the time. Is that the same? That's
Flash is.
Flash is DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong world.
However, they all have the same characters, different names.
Who was the first one in Marvel?
The guy.
The guy,
Yeah. What guy?
Tell him.
you disappointed all your friends.
Tell
Huh?
I don't remember his name.
Who's Flash? Who's the first guy in Marvel?
The guy in with Wolverine and them. What's his name again?
Quicksilver.
Thank you.
And she did say tell him.
Oh.
You should
Tell him.
tell him.
He knew.
She didn't
You
know
got a
that.
Marvel dictionary. Tell him.
Tell him.
Where you see Quicksilver?
He's. What do you mean where I see Quicksilver?
Tell him.
Want to know?
Tell him.
Tell him.
And see, this is the part of sisterhood here. I just want to just
Ring each other's neck.
get him a
It's all
headlock.
part of it. I want to know where you saw him. What movie he had? Was he in Avengers?
No, he was not. But he was. Was he in Deadpool? Or is he supposed to be in Deadpool? But he's supposed to be in Deadpool. I mean, not you. No. Because that's like a whole. They have like the little off-brand characters in Deadpool.
Okay, so
See, Hubby enter the chat.
Have you entered the chat?
so Quicksilver is like supposed to be Magneto's son
Whoa,
But-
really?
because the Fox and Marvel owns like the cinematic
yeah,
rights.
Right.
Like the characters can't meet. So Quicksilver is like one of the characters that both of them had. So there's two different Quicksilvers. One who was with the Avengers and one who was with the X-Men.
He died, right? In the Avengers?
In Avengers, yes,
Yeah.
he did that. Yeah.
When he died?
What was that?
Age of
What was that
Ultron.
one?
What happened? What happened to him? Oh,
He got shot.
I have no strings on me.
I don't remember movies in that level of detail.
that's why we have Ducky.
Blacklist was the voice of him, right?
Black who?
The Blacklist guy.
Yes.
He's so
Blacklist
cool.
guy, yeah.
Like the ultimate villain voice.
I don't know if it's maybe it's just been in the world that I've been lucky to be in. Where like growing up, I have a really good sisterhood back home. In my late adulthood,
do.
when I came to Grenada, I have a really good sisterhood here. So then, like when people, excuse me, burping. So, but when people approach me sometimes, or like, they're like, oh, your friends are so cool. Like back home, they're like, oh, your friends are so cool. A lot of them will say like, I really wish I had that. And
Yeah.
sometimes, and like for me, and as I said, it must have been because I was in my little bubble. I was so surprised that
They have
I
it.
just literally thought like, oh well, people have childhood friends that grow up like
Yeah.
naturally
They
for
don't.
some
They
way weird, you know, go off. But like, yeah, and like even one of my friends who she's still part of like our circle like back home, but she's a lot more busier, so she doesn't get the chance to see us. So she feels sometimes like a little bit like left out, but we try to include her as much as we can.
Yeah.
But like even in her like area of life that she's gone into, she herself has expressed like how hard it is to even make friends as an adult.
Really.
Right? And I think part of that is like she's single, people start moving on in their lives, and so like she's also looking for a little bit more like single friends as well.
Right.
And she's like, it's as rough as dating.
Yeah.
You know, trying
It
to make a
is.
friend is as rough as dating because
Yeah.
she's like, I don't know who to trust.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, all these like people are catty, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's weird. Like, I mean, I've had like the little pieces of those like here and there, but I've never had to really fully experience that. So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel lucky.
It's a
I
lot.
guess.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of trial and error. I think sometimes with like making friends,
Yeah.
especially when you're older and like you're already kind of like maybe set in your ways and like maybe you're not down to hang anymore. Because like I think sometimes people aren't necessarily like the phone types, but like they're the I need to hang out with someone to actually be their friend. Where I've been making friends on Instagram.
I don't know how to make friends. I realize that.
Really?
I'm not
Yeah,
good at it.
Yana has said that to me so many times.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you made us. So.
I mean, I don't talk to people. I don't talk to strangers.
I know you think so, babes.
I
But
do.
you
I
do,
also
girl.
don't talk to strangers.
I mean,
actually.
I might. Okay, no. So like, I don't think I have meaningful conversations.
But you
Okay.
you engage them. When
I might
they're around,
engage
yeah.
somebody because I'm not a bitch.
Damn, I thought you.
I might talk to somebody because they're around. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's a random. Be like, hey, random, you know.
Say random.
Talk, but am I gonna ask random for their IG or their phone number and like continue the conversation the next day? No.
That's harder for
But I
me, for
think
real,
that's what
yeah.
other people do.
You're gonna call? You okay? You're so personal.
I like that.
Oh, cough. She'd like to cough, please.
Your nose was flaring to an extent where I thought you were
I
going to
know.
choke.
It's okay to cough.
Sis could not finish that conversation
No.
until she
I had
coughed.
to save your life. That was basically
You know, I think it's the shades
interrupt us.
that making me cough.
What?
The
Okay.
shades are making
Hey,
me
hey.
cough. Sorry.
The shades are making her cough.
Oh, I think they were suppressing the cough because as soon as you take it
Yeah.
off.
Wow, I didn't realize it was so bright in here.
Oh my god. Imagine if you took it off about 15 minutes
I
ago.
feel cool. I feel easy.
I don't think it's the shades, eh?
I'm good now.
Okay.
Can you see with the shades though? The light goes
Excuse me.
away.
I don't have to see anything.
Okay.
You don't want to see us?
I know what you look like.
I've been trying to flash you the entire time.
This bitch said she knows
Right?
like.
She's like, I'm just making out forms right now.
I just need to see my friend.
Oh.
Speaking of sisterhood, and speaking of considering the remark she just made, like I don't need to see y'all.
yeah.
Yesterday, this girl comes to the house. I wasn't dressed for the recording that we're doing yesterday. And she's like, oh, I said, are you
thank
going
you
to
so
change? I was
much.
like, yeah. No, she said, oh, you're not wearing your shirt. And I
Who's
said,
this girl? Me?
yeah, you.
Oh.
And I said, yeah. And I was like, don't worry. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm wondering why you didn't look pretty yet. But I know what you meant to say. You meant to say you didn't have makeup on yet, or you weren't
No,
ready
you
yet.
weren't dressed in your.
Y'all done?
Yeah.
I didn't say the word. I didn't say pretty.
You did sister. But I didn't catch it right away. Huh? Oh, thank
She's
you.
really trying to fix her brain.
How was it?
No,
It was
But I didn't
very
like. I
good.
know. I
Thank
know you meant.
you.
I
Mama,
know
see,
you
you
know
done?
you weren't
I feel like
thumbs up
I
yet.
She not connecting at all. Hey,
Yo.
you soup done no?
Oh, it is. I told you I need the shades. I
My
feel like I
point
said
being is
fix
like,
up. I don't know.
even in those things, right? Like if somebody else would have heard that, they would have been like,
It'd have been
you said
fighting
they were like,
words.
what the
I
fuck?
swear I don't
But
remember saying
but
that.
because I know how you speak, I'm like, no, this girl just like it didn't it, like it literally flew past me, and it's because I knew you just meant like, oh, you ain't dolled up yet, like ready for the recording,
The lipstick wasn't on.
which all
is what it
comes with
was.
like
No,
the
because
sister.
she had
was-
on a random
She
white
had
shirt.
Yeah, I had a random
Yeah,
white
she
shirt.
had
My
a
hair was
random
just
white
tied back.
shirt.
My glasses were on. Still, like you know what I mean. Like I had.
I
nothing
like
on
you in
my
your
face.
glasses, right? Cute.
But
I like nerdy chic.
But like, if
She's
it
in
was
a-
anybody
in a-
else,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were like,
Yeah.
what? Those are
My hand would have rocked back.
Yeah, but for me, I was like, oh.
Is.
Yeah.
My little mango hands.
Mango.
Shut up.
That's what we calling them now.
That was like your
Yeah,
code.
she called them
I
mango
thought they
hands.
were T-Rex.
Oh. Huh.
I got a big head, a little arse.
Little R's.
That's
No,
not what we
me.
were
These
calling them.
hoes.
You wanna hug me?
Shut up.
You wanna hug me?
Stop it.
Okay.
I guess I'm saying
And
things.
Thomas wouldn't reach nowhere because our boobs
No.
would be bump.
At least it's our boobs
Remember
not our
when we
tummies.
used
Thank God, eh? Okay.
We should call this
Imagine
shit
if we went like this.
Girl,
Instead of-
I know the pants getting loose and we give
Wait,
thanks.
Thank you. You right.
I pulled it on without unzipping it.
Oh, nice.
That's that carnival weight loss.
There you
Full of
go.
coals?
Yeah. I also
No, I lost
weight from
no weight from getting the cold.
Really?
Same.
That was trash.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, one of our friends was like, I
And
lost
ate-
20 pounds. I was like, excuse
Excuse
you?
Yeah, I understand. The cold before this, I lost 10 pounds.
I
Which
don't
I'm
lose
still
weight like that
recovering
when I'm
from.
sick. Like,
She
The
don't
cold
like
was really
losing.
bad though.
She doesn't like losing.
yeah.
I'm
I know.
trying to get. I was really sick though. For about 3 weeks after.
Yeah, she was ill for a long
And
time.
for
a
the
long
first
time.
week, I couldn't eat almost for the whole week.
Oh my.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I try to force myself to eat at least some soup. Like, it doesn't have to have meat or anything, but like just like a tomato soup. And let's like fill the ginger. It never actually tastes very good. it's mostly just packed with like.
You know, I don't know
Not
if
if
I
I
trust
can,
people
making
that
some-
drink tomato soup and tomato juice.
What? A
Tomato, I don't
with a
trust the
grilled
tomato
cheese
juice
sandwich?
people.
With a grilled cheese sandwich?
Well, you're just drinking.
Y'all know any lactate with
No,
that?
it's not just pasta sauce. Like you could do
It's
it with
not.
like cream.
Yeah.
I
It's,
do
like,
add a little
delicious.
hint of cream on
Same.
If you
mine.
make it,
I'll
I'll
do
try it.
black pepper.
We gotta do
That
a
soup's
tomato
my
soup.
jam.
Yeah, with a really
It's
good
so easy.
grilled cheese sandwich.
If you make it, I'll try it. But
Okay.
it just
We'll make it.
sounds so wrong.
Thank you
Like,
so much.
why would I drink ketchup?
Thank you.
It's not ketchup, babes. Thank you so much.
This is so yummy.
Is
Great.
So I'm going to put at the bottom and the mango and avocado salsa.
Delicious.
you
Thank you so
so
much.
Thank you very much.
You know, Ayana, start off the coffin and
You catch it?
yeah, boy.
guys,
Okay.
we're having a
I
sleepover.
recharge.
30 minutes and I'll be there.
We're having a sleepover with all the girlies. Well, some of the girlies. The
A
ones
lot
who
of
are
girlies.
in the country.
Not Sabrina.
Oh,
Smugs.
Wow, them y'all and them wicked boy.
I'm certain.
Let that be a clip, please.
Poor Sabrina. I didn't talk rough to Sabrina because Sabrina is big sis and she just watched my heart.
What she gonna do? She had to come here to rap me.
But technically, she's younger than me still.
She is younger than me.
As an elder, I can say anything. You know, like how our
Where
elders taught us.
Yeah, it won't be a real rascal
I'm a
boy.
road dog. But you're on shit. Let me for real though.
I like what it's
That should not be a clip.
She playing big bad and brave.
I am.
We don't realize that we're all in long distance relationships with each other.
We
Yeah.
really are.
But look at us making it.
But we try to, you know.
Yeah, you see, because
See
this
each
is
other.
not remote work. This is remote work that's working
The
well.
shade.
Very shade.
With the umbrella. That's who?
That was God telling me don't do what. Oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
I was sisterhood story, which y'all already know, but I don't mind telling you. So,
Is it about me?
I
Sorry.
had a very good friend years ago. We're not really close anymore. But I found out this week that a close family member passed away. And I was shocked to shit because her sister is like, how old? Like my age or a year younger than me. And that totally shocked me. And I found out the day before the actual funeral. And differently to Trinidad, you know, that keeps, they take a while before the funeral happens. If somebody in Trinidad generally dies, the next week is the funeral. But it could be up to like 3-4 weeks here.
It's because we're usually waiting for family.
Usually waiting for family, I understand that, but yeah. So it means that she would have passed on the early part of August. And
Right
I only
before
found
Carnival?
out, yeah. And I really just found out, like the day before the funeral. And so I reached out, because we're not in contact really. I reached out, and I did go to the funeral and went to the burial and everything. But what was really like sad for me was that when I got there, I realized that the other siblings had like their friends who were there for them. So apart from being around with family and extended family and friends of the family and so on, her sister had her friends there, brother had his friends there, and I noticed that there was actually nobody that came there to be red,
White please.
Red for me and
Red.
her.
Red for me.
red hair, and white for us.
One red, one white.
And then
What do you want?
one red, one white over here
The
too.
wine is here.
What's that weird? Why am I not tipsy?
Cheers, real quick.
Cheers,
We
guys.
already established. You can't bring me in. Oh, what are we cheers into? Sisterhood.
Oh, sister.
That's it. Sorry, finish.
Go ahead.
No, that's okay. No, it's just like I realized that there was nobody specifically there to be her company and to be like, you know, there are people who Well, friends that came, just to support, but they left early, and I ended up staying for a while. And I figured in my head, I was just like, you know what? I think this is what a true sense of being a friend is,
Yeah,
regardless of
absolutely.
what happens and how close or how distant you get over time. When there is a need, you fill that need,
Oh, yeah.
you show up for that need. And I felt really good being able to do that. But it was also so sweet to see how happy she was that we were there, because I went with a coworker of mine who also knows her and hadn't seen her for a very long time. So you saw the appreciation. You saw like how, I guess, more relaxed she got after a while too. She didn't have to be there pretending to be okay for her mom or her other siblings. She was able to like know that, hey, I could bust down crying too.
I found myself going to more funerals lately, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Mostly because it was like people maybe our age. But like I felt a sense of like needing to be there. Because even if you and someone aren't necessarily close, just like recognizing this person has some sort of impact in your life and showing up to their last moment on top of the ground with you. And I don't know how else to say that.
Or not even that too. I feel like in those scenarios too, right? Like let's just say you knew somebody who, as similar here with Giselle, like you knew somebody that lost someone. You didn't know the person that they lost, but you knew the impact that they've had on that person.
Yeah, and you show up for them.
You definitely, obviously try your best to show up. And I think sometimes, at least in our age, I'm gonna make myself younger. I know I'm 39, but still, I think
Are you?
up until recently, I mean, naturally, of course, loss does come, but I think some people tie friendship with like, oh, this person shows up at my birthdays, this person helps me do this person, and at one point it's like, well, really, you just have a task person at some point, right? That's like, oh, this person will do this for me.
Yeah.
What's gonna really matter, like, at least to me, and recently was also like, I didn't intentionally do it, but as I said, when I got to this phase of like, I just need a break, and as I was going through my grief too, it really, some things shocked me of the people that did reach out, right? And then others shocked me that didn't. And that just kind of told me that it wasn't like this person's not there for me, they're not a good friend. But I was like, I kind of now know, it's like level setting a little bit, you know what I mean? It was like, if they've known of the loss, so it's not like they didn't know, if they've known of the loss, if they know like this person was super close to me, and to not check in. And I get it, we say like, we should all take responsibility on like it, even if a person doesn't check in, but like, it really made me see like which people are there for just for the partying, just for the be that like host and all that kind of stuff.
That is such a good point.
Yeah, to like, who's there for me when it's like, when I'm not in that hosting mood, when I'm not in that jovial state, and it's like, let me just check up on my girl for a second. And that could just mean hi. And as I said, some people to check up on, like, hey, I saw your message, I appreciate you, I'm gonna respond
when
later,
I can,
you know? But, and I think that's what happens. I think because, as I said, typically when we're younger, we don't necessarily,
we don't think of death. We don't think of losing anyone. Loss,
and then we don't think. I think then we don't think about like how are people supposed to show up for us when we go through those kind of things.
I think the other side to look at is that. So for me, when I lost my grandmother back in like 2010, it took me a really long time. One to like.
You're not ready yet.
Yeah, we can cheers without me.
You're not ready yet.
This sisterhood is cracked.
First of all, you're not supposed to share something and put it down.
But she kind of.
But she
ready.
I did half.
Okay, she took half. Okay, sorry. Continue with your
story.
Anyway, yes, when my grandma died in like 2010, I didn't tell any of my friends, and that's just because like I was dealing with a level of guilt and grief. Because like I was in Barbados for a little bit of the summer, and I came home. I didn't go and see her, and like it took a really long time. I never went, and then she got sick and passed.
Yeah,
and like I just couldn't articulate like how guilty I felt, and I didn't want anybody to know, so I was just outside and drinking. So nobody knew anything was wrong with me. But it took me a really long time to reach out to people when they've lost someone, to even show up to any of the funerals. Like, when some of my best friends lost like people close to them, never I would like be like, oh yeah, I'll be there, get dressed, not be able to go, and like not tell them, and then not reach out to them if they've lost. I'm like, and I felt so shitty, but like I don't know how to do it without like breaking down myself, and I didn't know how to function around that. So it's like I wanted them to know that I was there for them. Oh, I'm not done yet. Sorry.
That's okay.
I just didn't know how to tell them that like that was hard for me.
Yeah.
You know, because like maybe sometimes people are just there for the party, but maybe sometimes they're going through their own thing where they like just don't know how to be there for you.
I had an experience last.
I was saying these people are here for the party and for the shitty times too.
We're here for all the time.
All the time.
In like 2020 was a hard year for many of us, and you know, for me for reasons you know. And another friend of mine was also going through some difficult times, and around that time I experienced two things. I had a friend basically break up with me. Yeah. You told you the story, right? Anyway, the story is shitty, and I can say safely that I think she's a shitty person. The way that she did it, and her reasoning for it, you know, it was basically we went and had drinks, and then said to me, "There's some things about." It was a lot of roundabout bullshit, so I don't really remember
A lot of heavens and stars.
But the essence of it was that she was moving to a higher plane in life.
What's going on with Jesus?
Yeah. And I guess maybe needed to leave some of us behind. Oh no, it wasn't that. Needed to save her energy for more important things or more important people. I don't know. It was very strange. And then in the same vein, another friend told another friend of mine. So this is me just observing, comparing my experience and then another friend's experience. They were going through something difficult, and that friend more or less was like, we can't. Granted, everyone can say, if it is that you're coming to somebody with something heavy, they have a right to say, okay, I'm not able to receive.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even that. They were seeking support, or I wouldn't say support, but you know, they were sharing something that was very big and life changing, and the person more or less said that, you know, they don't want to.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay, because I'm still
it came
like,
across as they didn't want to hang or talk about what that person was going through. They kind of made that clear. I personally didn't feel that, and it's wrong of me to judge what anybody can handle, but I felt that it was done in an insensitive way, and I didn't feel that person wasn't in a position to handle what was happening. I think they just didn't want to take responsibility for how they could have helped the situation or not help the situation, because things are complicated. But basically, it was two situations of friends basically showing you that if you're not on the up and up, they're not around for it. Or if you're not in the best market, because all of us are going through different changes. You know,
right.
We're transitioning as adults. We're transitioning as professionals. A lot of us are transitioning in our relationships, and then you realize that there's certain people in your life that only want you when you're in your happy phase or your party phase. But we also do go through seasons of dryness, seasons when you don't have anything to give, seasons when you're depleted, seasons when maybe your finances aren't where you want them to be, because maybe that at that point you're investing in your business, or maybe your family dynamics have changed, so your finances have gone to, or maybe you're a new mother or something, and you find that when you need your community, they don't have time for you in this new stage that you're in. They only want you when you're at your best and when you're at your top. And as much as we want to be our best selves around the people that we love, we are not always going to be our best selves. We're all going to experience highs and lows. When you need light to be shown on you, when you need to be watered, they're not there. Some people are only
They're not there to water, and they will never be able to give.
They need that energy to feed them or to inspire them, and they don't come with anything.
Yeah, they're suckers.
Yeah.
One thing I'm always very grateful for, and I know I say this like often, like more times when I'm drunk and after we have spent significant amount of times together, is that I am so glad for y'all because we don't allow each other to stay on the dog.
Even when we want to stay in our,
even
I'm like, why they just won't leave me? Let me just be miserable.
Yeah, like you pull me out, like Rohan would be like, bitch, I'm coming to get you. We're going for whatever. Or Jans would be like, do you want company? Or you want company? Oh, let's go and run errands and stuff. And well, B is just like, bitch, you can't just stay there. You wanna come? You know?
Not the accent.
Because that's
Excuse me, I don't sound like that.
She don't sound like that.
Don't be American.
Yeah, and then vice versa. I would harass this one when I know, because she wouldn't say it. And when I know that she's doing it, I would just be like, hi friend, what's up? Ting.
B does have dreams about us.
B having these feelings.
And I would call and be like, which one of y'all?
Which one are you? What's happening? One time she called me, she was like, Jizzy, and I was like, yes, B. Like, I knew it. But I like that. I appreciate that because it's important to have it. It's like, dude, when people could leave you in a dark place, not because they want you to stay there and feel your feelings, but because they don't care, that is effed up.
Delicious.
Stop
for me. Thank you.
That duck looks so
Stick.
That duck looks yummy. I want to taste it.
People who want chicken, take it now because when I eat, it's gonna be.
I the same.
You want a slice of duck?
Yes, please, because it look crispy.
Don't drop it in the wine.
Along the lines that you were saying, like CB having dreams or intuition, or like all those things. I think it's because we've known each other long enough.
Yeah.
We've known each other long enough where like we get these feelings.
We
and
do.
I always tell people specifically like you and I, you're Tracy Ellis Ross fan, right? I love Tracy Ellis Ross, and she had this podcast or she was on a podcast where she talks about sisterhood and how she meets different people at every decade of her life, and some people naturally have fallen off. But she said that she truly feels, and I feel like that way too, like somehow like the universe has like plucked people from different parts and has brought them into different lives, and she kind of calls it like a melting pot. You know, kind of like we also use the term like witches brew or something. So she's like, and then with the cauldron where you just like throw a little bit of this, you throw a little bit of that, and every part of your life you start getting these like, she termed it like as soul sisters, right? And so like this idea of like there's no such thing as one best friend. I think some people still hold on to that.
There's several.
Right? There's several, and so like. You know, and same thing with the soul sister things. Like, I think when you start getting so close to someone, you start kind of picking up on their cues, right? So, like, you be too quiet or Jizzy.
Your responses are like a little.
No, right? And then naturally, of course, if you think about it, I do kind of have dreams about it, like something wrong. But I think that's more like intuition when that comes into place. So, these are my cauldron of sisters.
Yeah, it's probably something, honestly.
The duck is so good.
You want to buy a steak?
I do really want to buy a chicken. You say that? Wow.
I don't want
got
to
them
taste your
chicken.
steak then.
Thank you, Mama.
The food is always so yummy. Like,
Thank you. And consistent.
I like consistency in my food and my men.
However, most restaurants in Grenada have the same menu every night. It's not guaranteed to taste the same.
That's true.
Even KFC don't get it right.
Yeah, KFC don't even have chicken all the time.
The original been disappointing me.
Really?
But like rewarmed.
The original?
Yeah, it doesn't give you that nice oily soft that you're supposed to get. You get the kind of
Ordered original.
you just get a That was it.
It's
It
the
was
sound
right.
effects you know, I really got.
I'm really
So
good at
big
these
piece of
things.
cake.
There's very little legs.
That's, oh my god, to go with your little arms. Ooh.
Whoa.
That's funny.
It is.
Anyway, yeah.
That's
So
funny.
this is
I
my
don't
last
wanna laugh
episode
with
with
that.
Straight No Chaser. My little arms and my little legs, we're going out of here.
Sure.
No way.
It's all part of sisterhood, the roasting.
You know what my mom said to me today? She's like, how you gonna find a man if you're always at home or you're talking to them girl and them?
What?
I was
Ain't nothing wrong with us.
You didn't tell her you don't be talking to us about
She
man.
did, and she didn't
I
text
told-
in man
I told her, yeah.
about the one, but not about the ones before.
No, you mad? Them is not meant to talk about.
She
You didn't
always
tell her
talking
about your
to man.
customers and
What on that for?
So that's why she feeling never talking to them.
For her to
Always.
have sex? I don't have sex or anybody.
Auntie Alana.
She doesn't think that. She doesn't think that.
Good.
Good, thank
It
you.
was so good.
Amazing.
I'll tell you what she
If I
thinks.
come out here looking pregnant, please don't judge me.
I just want to be the godmother.
Shut
So, mommy once asked me, so like, are you having sex with anyone? Mind you, we were literally we weren't having conversation about anything in particular like that. It was regular conversation, and then since she was like, are you having sex with anybody? I said, excuse me?
Interesting.
I was like,
I wasn't. I'm telling
you know, I was like, sex? Who's having that?
what's
What is that?
What is that?
As in gender?
Oh my goodness.
And she's like, you having sex with like any of your friends? I said no.
Nope.
No, I really wasn't at
Like
the time.
us?
No.
Hulk.
My mom asked me about
No,
you.
my parents know that I'm like very straight.
My mom asked me if I'm pansexual.
Does she know what that
My mom
means?
and I talked about it. I was
Did you
like,
just-
where did you pick up this vocabulary?
The States.
I'm like painfully straight. So they know. They don't even.
Oh, that's alright.
Yeah.
How did the conversation
This is-
end though? Because I want to know what.
Oh, she kept asking, and she would like walk out the door and then come back and be like, "So you don't have sex with anybody?" I said, "Well, what you want to know my business for? Like, why are we questioning? Are you asking
Were
me?"
you on
we
the
just
phone
can't
with me when
believe
she
that
came
maybe things
back
so
in?
right.
I don't know, but maybe
She
I was
probably
messaging you.
hoping.
Oh, yes, thank you.
She probably was hoping.
Wishing and hoping.
Cause she was like, if you
Can we have a musical
It's really
episode?
good. Nice.
No.
what is this, season 3?
Yes.
I would
Oh,
not
actually, we
be
do
here
need
for
a
it.
musical
Lucky, can
episode
we
though.
do a musical episode?
No, I won't be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't Buffy. Buffy could do that.
This isn't Riverdale.
Riverdale.
This
Yeah.
isn't all the things.
Yeah, no, literally, like everybody, like when they hit the season 3,
There's
they
a
don't know what the
musical
hell to do.
in
There's always a musical. There's like a musical episode. Doesn't matter
I
what it
feel-
is.
I think that they started making fun of the
God
fact that
I
people
think that's what it was that they were
doing
doing it. Yeah, because you know who had a season 3 with a musical like
There's no more food.
Dessert.
We're
dessert.
on dessert, guys. Don't look at us
What's
from
the
the
name of that show
chest
again?
down.
I am at capacity.
They're white people.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
until,
musical?
until they had the third
Oh,
season and they came with a
no.
music. I was like, I don't even finish in this
I
at
never
all.
watched season 3.
I didn't
No, it
watch
was not
season
good.
2.
It was not good.
I didn't get past the first episode.
Of season 1.
Who was
No sticks.
originally in their white people? That one from that girl from Creed?
Creed.
Yeah.
Oh, Tessa
Yeah.
Thompson?
No.
No.
It's the girl.
She was in the
replaced
movie.
by some other.
She was in the movie.
She was in the
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
The show. I think it was the girl who was the Bratz doll, the black Bratz doll.
No, I'm thinking about the movie actually. Because
She
as
was in
much
it.
as I like Tessa, I feel like all of her characters, well, she just always has this complaining look.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
she complaining.
Sad.
Cause she
Like a-
complaining.
Yeah, but even when she even in Thor, well, she was complaining there too.
Exactly. So she.
The only one I didn't get much of a complaining vibe from was Creed. I didn't get too much complaining there.
Who's Creed?
Creed.
Creed. She was in Creed. Tessa Thompson.
Oh. That took me a minute.
Many a times we've naturally disagreed with sometimes the men that we've all chosen.
Yes.
That kind of stuff. But even though with that, I also think in that same sisterhood, we've never been in a place where we've disrespected
No.
each other's men.
Yeah.
No,
Right?
never.
Meaning like
Like you'll
we can
feel a
talk
type
shit
of way
to each
about
other,
them,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Disrespected
But
in a
never.
nice, in a friendly way.
that's jokes.
In a sisterly way.
If I say,
Yeah.
you're such an asshole, but I mean it.
because I've
deep
also
down.
seen people where there's like either they're just really hung up, like, oh, she or he shouldn't have made that choice, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But can't let go of the fact that like whatever it is, that is their choice.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're gonna start being part of their life, you either have to, like, I would
You have
expect
to accept the person.
my partner to treat my sisters
Yeah.
correctly, so therefore I expect my sisters to treat my partner correctly.
Yeah.
I'm not saying be BFFs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I think even sometimes that gets lost. Of like people just tend to get very vocal,
Yeah.
not realizing that like the type of strain that you're actually
They're putting on their
bringing.
friendship.
And we're not saying that you're wrong, but
Yeah.
time and place.
And there's a way. Like I had a friend who had a girlfriend that I didn't particularly like for them just because of like things that would have been happening. And he knew that I wasn't necessarily fond of her. But anytime they had issues and he would like ask, like he would like talk to me about it, I would just say, well, you know how I feel about this person. However, is this the person you love? Is this the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with? Then you need to find a way to work it out. Y'all need to find a middle ground.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be like, that girl's a bitch.
She-
I mean, in my head, I'm like, oh my god. But
Somebody once told me, stay out of man and woman business, and it's true. Because people
Yes.
have their squabbles, and
Absolutely.
when
yeah,
you're mad, even when we're mad at each other, whatever, you feel in your feelings, you say things, and then
Yeah.
you're good. But once you, as that outside person, cross the
Chocolate
line,
banana and salted caramel.
salted caramel, yeah.
Apple crumble with
Oh
salted
my
caramel.
goodness.
Oh my gosh, yummy.
Jesus Christ.
what did you get?
Take videos.
Banana,
Right.
chocolate banana
I have
pudding.
chocolate and nutmeg.
Chocolate banana pudding with salted
Salted
caramel.
caramel.
Mm.
Salted caramel.
Oh,
is my favorite.
Chrissy
Yeah.
called.
So
Okay,
yeah,
my
like I wouldn't go to your birthday, but if I'm around, I'd wish you a happy birthday. But I'm not going to your party. We're not friends.
Chocolate banana and nutmeg.
Thank
One cheesecake.
What's it?
Banana cheesecake. Oh yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yes, content.
Her actual sister called.
Videos.
Yes, we got it. Don't worry.
Landscape.
We already got mine.
Oh, and landscape.
Lance.
I don't. What's landscape this way?
Yes,
Okay,
babes.
fine.
Thank you so much.
Oh, guys, it's blue in the middle.
They did say.
Just for sprinkle a little bit. But we just did so perfect time. Yes, it's so good. So
Amazing as usual. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. We'll see you guys soon.
Take care. Thank you.
So good.
Ice cream so good. That ice cream so good, girl. Like, have me in a choco. Ice cream so good.
Oh wow, that's salted caramel. Very good. Let's test that pudding.
I like that. Sexy.
Hey, babes.
This is nutmeg.
You okay? No, I was calling you back. On video.
Wow.
Hi, can you hear me?
I'm gonna stick my face in that.
Just ask.
Do they have Wi-Fi here?
You might.
I like
Huh?
it.
Right?
Oh,
I
sure.
like it. Whatever.
You like sour sop? Or no?
No, not over.
Hey, babes, can you hear me? I'm
I
hearing
don't
you.
like sour sop that much, but
This one's
it's
nice.
healthy.
I mean, it's
I was at dinner. I
healthier.
was calling you back on the video.
Sausage is one of my least favorite foods.
Yeah. Same things.
And yeah, it's the one that has all the
All the-
cancer fighting properties.
All the good
Let me
stuff.
just
Yeah.
listen to the bell.
Oh gosh.
Can't stand it.
I like to make
I've
it into a clear juice. Like you blend it, strain it,
Ooh, that'd be really
add
nice.
some lime, add some lime
Yes.
juice to it to kind of, open it out.
Yeah.
And it actually does make a nice citrus.
Somebody made a punch.
That's the go-to. I feel like the go-to is a punch. And I
Yeah,
don't
they love
like
a punch. I can't take the milk with it.
Can you make yourself feel
Because it already tastes like spoiled milk in a way.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
It does
Which
have a
is why I
spoiled
like
milk,
it,
yeah.
the clear juice.
Which is it's a pretty good way of like
Are we going?
at least
we're
taking
going
away
by
the
this house to
strongness
start
of the
cooking it.
taste.
So
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
presentable.
It's a very acquired taste.
Okay. I know. Well, you can be there for the whole night. So when I call, I will give you a heads up, and then we present. So say hi.
Tell her how much she is.
No, she can't. Huh?
What she look like? That's okay. We've seen
Alright,
Chase before.
Well, anyway, guys, since I'm here,
Are
this
you?
has been Straight No Chaser podcast on location at Dexter's restaurant. You heard a lot about what was going on. We had a wonderful 5-course meal. It's really great. If you're ever in Grenada, check out Dexter's and Grand Dance. Grenada, St. George, Grenada. And check us out on Instagram at straightnochaser.podcast. The link in our bio will take you to everywhere that you can find us. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the YouTubes, or
Thank you.
Anywhere you get your podcast.
The word didn't change up today. The word didn't change up.
No, I didn't. I said it the same way.
Or wherever you can find it. There's no wherever
Yeah,
you
oh,
can
wherever
find
you
it.
can,
wherever
wherever
you
you
find your
your hair,
podcast.
something like that.
So you
Yeah.
said
Anywhere
anywhere
you
you
find
find
your
your podcast. That's
bye,
alright.
guys. We're gonna finish eating.
Wherever you
Bye.
get your podcast.